it's necessary sometimes.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got to try to get by somehow.
Yeah. Eric, he actually reached out to me on the Dial and Deal program and said, hey, I got some songs I wrote. I wouldn't care to get out and share. And that's,
yeah, just something I do as a hobby, do on the side. And I just take real life things that either happened in my life or something's happened in somebody else's life and put together and make a song.
Yeah, it's a story with music always. Yeah. It's I really like stuff like that, and that's a lot of the most heartfelt music you'll hear is written that way from real life experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, sir. It sure is. It's a humbling experience sometimes too. You might see something other that's happened in your life and a song that, how I always related to music. There'd be a song that would come out that you'd hear or you write yourself that you can't help it. It's a tearjerker.
Yeah.
It gets you emotionally.
Right.
And you get attached to that because it's like they understand what you're going through. And it can also be something that makes you so happy.
Mm-hmm.
Music does a lot of things to you.
It does. And, the best you can ever hope for with any of your songs is it brings out a feeling in somebody.
Yeah. If my song is made somebody else happy, and they can relate to it and it's helped them somehow, some way, then it did its job.
Right. That's a winner.
Yeah.
Now, something that's different about you than a lot of the musicians that I interview and talk to is you're not out here gigging.
No.
I don't know if you have the desire or what, but you just kind of sit around and write a song every now and then. And
I ain't had the time.
Yeah.
I've wanted to do it, but I've not. I've thought about making a band. And I look at it. It'll probably happen, maybe. I hope it does when the time's right.
Right.
And if it's tomorrow, it's tomorrow. If it's a month from now, a year from now, then that's when it is.
Did you ever consider going out and playing any solo shows, just you and your acoustic?
I've thought about it. A few times.
There's spots available for that.
I didn't really know if there was or not.
Yeah, all kinds of them.
Okay, yeah, I had no idea on that part of it. I just, like I said, I just sat in a room. I used to come home from work when I was a single man.
Yeah.
And I sat down and I remember when I wrote my very first song, and my very first song was watching 2 TV shows.
Yeah.
I put them together. It just popped in my head, and I thought, I wonder if anybody's wrote about something like this. Well, the first song that I wrote, everybody said, why don't you send that in to Moonshiners?
Yeah.
On TV. They said they'd probably like that song. It suits them well. I said, yeah, but I also mentioned Kentucky and not Tennessee in
it. Yeah. How many songs have you written so far?
I've written probably about 13 or 14.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's
maybe,
pretty good.
Yeah, maybe it's CD worth, and then I just had a writer's block there for a while, and I hadn't had time. But I'm starting to get back into it now.
Yeah. Writer's block, it's a kind of a plague, I guess.
Yeah. Because the way I look at it's like this. Each time you write a song, it might not be the biggest hit or it might not ever make a hit, but you want it to be good.
Yeah.
Especially if you're, my worst pet peeve to myself is I have to be such a perfectionist.
Yeah.
I have to make it this way or, even if I'm recording it, no, it's got to sound like this. I'll do it over and over and over and over.
So you critique yourself to death.
Yeah, I'm a world's worst critic.
Yeah, and a lot of folks suffer that.
Yeah, and it sucks.
Yeah.
I'll just be honest with you, it does.
The writer's block, I think with anybody that's creative and with your job, I'd say you're pretty creative all around anyway. With any type of creative person, you will have that block. Yeah. I do pencil art sometimes. Sometimes I'll write a short story, whatever. And sometimes, just the muse is not there. There's nothing
Yeah.
that's hitting you. Like, and I think it is a block, but maybe you should switch it up and try something different when you
Yeah.
get to that point.
Yeah, you're right on that. And I
Yeah.
hadn't really looked at it that way, but now that you've mentioned it, yeah,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. That makes sense.
I tell you what, I see your guitar laying over there, and which there's guitars around here, but you're a southpaw.
Yeah, I'm southpaw.
Why
I'm a lefty.
don't you grab that thing and hit us with a song? Tell us the title of it if you don't mind, and then
This one was the third song I've ever written.
Mhm.
It's called "Everything's Gonna Be All Right."
Okay.
It's about things that's happened in my life, growing up, about suffering a loss and losing a family member. I lost my dad when I was 6, and and it's about you'll make it through it. Pretty much, it's going to be okay. You'll have friends, you'll have family, you'll have God, etc. To help you along the way,
Yeah.
and you'll learn to push forward. That's pretty much what it's about.
All right. Cool.
So, y'all bear with me. It's been a while, so I'm not perfect, but I'll do my best. Growing up was hard to do. My father wasn't there for me to turn to. He died when I was just a kid. I was only 6 years old, and I didn't even know what was really going on. I was too young to understand. My older brother came along and wrapped his arms around me and said, "Everything's gonna be all right." There's times when I need a helping hand. It could be from your parents or from your best friend, 'cause you just don't know what lies ahead on life's little road. It might be a big load that you're carrying around, but don't let it get you down. Put your head up high and reach for the sky, 'cause everything's gonna be all right. You might feel broken and somewhat used. You can feel lost and a little bit confused. Don't let anyone ever bring you down. Put your hands up high and reach for the sky, 'cause everything's gonna be all right. One night we had a bad storm. I could hear tornado warnings ringing through the front door. My 2 little girls came running in the room. I knew right then what we both had to do. We wrapped our arms around them and held them tight, and I whispered in their ears what my brother said to me: "Everything's gonna be all right." be alright. It's gonna be alright. And that's it.
I like it.
Thank you.
Good song, good layout.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I don't know what a chord is. You know, I know A's and the C's and D, B minor, A minor, whatever. I
Yeah.
don't know it. I just come up with it in my head and I put it out.
Yeah, that's nice. Good song. Very encouraging.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. That song happened, you know, like I said, it about losing my father when I was a young boy.
Mm.
And growing up through life, you know, my mom had to be the mom and dad.
Yeah.
And then I got a stepdad, you know, along the way.
Mhm.
And thank God for him, you know. And to me, there's no such thing as a step parent. You're a parent regardless, you know, whether they're your biological child or they're not.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way that I was raised to be. You don't make a difference between
Treat everybody equal.
you treat everybody the same.
Yeah.
And you treat them how you would want to be treated in the way that you was raised and taught to be.
Yeah.
And I just put all that together and, you know, pretty much in that song.
Yeah, it's nice. Good song.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
So how old is that song? How long ago was it written?
I wrote it when I was in my late 30s.
Yeah.
And I'm 53 now. So, you know, I wrote that one, yeah, when I was in my late 30s. I went on a spree there of just writing and writing and writing. You know?
Yeah.
But the way that I would write a song is I would come up with the music first.
Uh-huh.
And then the music would hit me, and then I'm like, hey. And then there's a couple songs. One song I woke up and wrote in 5 minutes.
Yeah, and that's a lot of times your favorite ones will come out of the ones that just happen.
Yeah.
You know.
I got woke up from a dream and wrote that song. You
Yeah.
know, I got woke up from a thunderstorm
Oh,
and
yeah.
wrote this song. And it's, you know, I don't even know if I could even say it on air what it is, but it's not nothing bad. It's just the title of it. I don't know how people would perceive it, you know.
Yeah.
I could write it down for you. And then you
Yeah,
can-
let's write it down before we just throw it out there.
But it's, you know, like I said, I just got woke up. It would be, if it was on the radio, in my opinion, I would hope and think that it would be one of the top 40 songs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how would you put it? Top 40 songs. Sappy songs, I guess.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
songs. You
Yeah.
know, one of the top love songs. That's what it's called.
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay, so it's called "Making Love in the Rain." That's what it's called.
Yeah.
And it's just acoustic guitar only. The way I recorded it was rain and thunder in the background,
Mhm.
acoustic guitar, me singing through the whole song, rain still in the background, you can hear a little bit, and then at the end of it, rain and thunder, and that's how it ends. My ideas for recording is probably better than my singing, you know, but you know, like I said, I ain't no pro, and I'm just now getting over. I'd lost my voice a couple weeks ago, so I'm just now getting over that. So
Yeah. It happens to anybody.
yeah, I always get sinus trouble. Spring, sometimes through the winter, and then spring again.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it does.
You want to play that song?
I can. I mean, if that's
Yeah. You set it up there pretty good. I'd say might as well hit them with it.
yeah, might as well.
All right. Move your mic.
Okay. All right. A little better.
Yeah.
All right. All right. This one's called "Making Love in the Rain." lying in bed late one night, listening to the thunder and holding her tight. And then I gaze into her eyes and I ask her, the love of my life, would you care to make love in the rain? It took me back to a place in time when we made love for the very first time. On that cool December night, just me and her, holding each other tight until the morning light, making love in the rain. You know there's nothing like holding the one you love ever so tight until the morning comes, making love in the rain. And I must down the road in a hospital room. Our baby's on the way and it'll be here soon. I'm gonna be here by her side as she brings a gift of life, and knowing just how we went on this wonderful ride from making love in the rain. Making love in the rain. From making love in the rain. Making love in the rain. And that's it.
Yeah. Is that the one you sang to get out of the doghouse?
Yep. You got it. That's exactly right. I do that, and she's like, "Aw." I was like, "Okay, I'm good."
Save you some dancing the skillet and stuff.
Yep,
Yeah. It's nice.
Yeah.
Good song.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
She like it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
She does.
That's her favorite song.
Yeah.
So, you know, she loves that song. So.
Said you got 2 kids, right?
Yeah. Got 2 daughters, Morgan and Chelsea, and got 5 beautiful grandbabies.
Heck yeah.
3 from Morgan and 2 from Chelsea.
All right.
So, yeah, they're my world. Those grandbabies are. You know,
Yeah.
my kids are my world too. Don't get me wrong, but something special about when you think you couldn't love your children no more than what you already do, and then they bring those little grandbabies along.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember the very first time I was ever told that.
Mm-hmm.
See, I never did get to have grandparents. You know, my grandparents had passed away, but I was the youngest born. You know, my
Okay.
brother's 20 years older than I am.
Oh, wow.
I got nieces and nephews that's older than me.
Yeah.
So, you know, at a young age, I was a great uncle. I was a
Right.
teenager at a great uncle.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, my best friend, his name's Derek. And his grandma told me, and he had got married, and he said, if you don't care, at the time I was single, and he said, if you don't care, he said, go back and stay with grandma tonight, make sure she's okay. I said, I don't care. So I went and I stayed in his room, stayed there, and got up next morning, and she said, and I'll never forget this. She said, sit down here, young man. I said, oh, I thought, oh, what have I done?
Yeah.
And so I sat down, and she goes, I want to tell you something. She said, and I want you to know this. I think of you as one of my own grandkids because you and my grandson grew up together.
Yeah.
And you're like brothers. His name, ironically, his name was Derek, and my name was Eric. So everybody thought we was brothers anyway.
Right.
But she said, someday you will understand this. She said, I worry about Derek. And I said, trust me, he's going to be fine.
Mhm.
I said, I don't have a doubt in my mind the lady he married. I said, she is an awesome woman. I said, you couldn't ask for a better granddaughter-in-law.
Yeah.
And I said, basically a granddaughter. I said, trust me. I said, you'll really love this woman. And she already, thought the world of her. She just typical mother, grandmother instinct. When she loved your grandchild that much, you're protective.
Yeah. Looking out.
And she said, someday when you have kids and then you'll have grandkids. And she said, it's like a love like no other.
Yeah.
She said, I can't explain it to you, but she said, you'll know it. She said, you'll remember this conversation. And she said, and when you have a grandson or a granddaughter, she said, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. That day, when my grandson, my oldest grandson, Gabe, was born, I got to be in the next room and hear him get to be brought into this world. I'll never forget that as long as I live. And then that conversation of what she told me, that always stuck with me.
Come right back flooding in.
Buddy
I'm sure.
had come in like 100 horses racing down the road, and there it was.
Yeah.
And so that, believe it or not, that thunderstorm, when I got woke up by that song, and then the end of that song, about children being brought into this world.
Mhm.
Well, I wrote that song, and then after that part, here come my grandkids.
Mm.
So I'm yet to write about that part. I'll write about having grandkids someday.
Yeah.
When the time's right, when I feel it, I'll write about it.
Let me ask you this. And most everybody loves music at some point. At what point did you say, I want to be able to do that one day?
Not a kid.
When you were a kid?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My brother, where he was 20 years older than me, he would, if I would go stay, because he was being like the father figure.
Yeah.
He was stepping in being the father figure. My sisters were stepping in doing their part.
Yeah.
Because I was so much younger than everybody else. So he had a guitar and he played in a band for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I was all the time, me and him had cars and music. That was our two things. Even though that age difference was there,
Yeah.
that was our things that we loved.
Yeah.
And that was what we could relate to each other on. And my brother, he also served in Vietnam.
Mm.
And I come from a military family.
Yeah.
Every member in my family has fought in every war that this country's had.
Yeah.
And someday I will write about that too. I ain't got around to it, but I will. And, now I'm starting to get these ideas now that I'm talking with you, it's starting to flood in.
Yeah.
So which is a great thing. But, he played in a band and I watched him, going to one of his shows one time. I got to watch him for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I thought that was the most amazing thing.
Yeah.
And then my sisters would take me to concerts and stuff like that. And I loved it, And then I had two older stepbrothers, that about my age, 2 years and 4 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
So, while the mom moved me back down here to raise me, and my brothers and sisters lived up in northern Kentucky in Indiana. And so I was raised here, and it just, I don't know. And then, I have buddies from high school, they played, and I go play with them, and, it was just a passion I've always had.
It's I get it. I
Yeah.
mean, it just kind of gets a hold of you, and it never lets go.
No, it never lets go. You can't never. It's just something. It's like I don't know. I can't explain. It's like a leech
Yeah,
grabbing a hold of you. It don't want to ever let go. You know, and it just sticks with you. Especially if you can hear, like me, I was cursed, and maybe a blessing too. That when I hear music, I can hear certain instruments in there.
hmm
You know, and I don't know what chord they're going to or nothing like that for do a bar chord or whatever. I can hear it. I know where they're going at on a guitar by the sound.
yeah,
And I guess if I ever lost my eyesight, I'd still have this, and it would probably intensify more.
yeah,
You know, but it's it's just a passion that you can't explain. It's just
yeah.
you love it.
Do you do any? Which I mean, I can tell you love the music and the writing part of it. Is there
Mhm.
any other like hands-on things that you do, like arts, crafts, or
No, not really. I just
drawing, painting,
I
building
used
stuff?
yeah, I used to be able to draw a little bit. I can't really do it much anymore, but like if I'm painting something other, especially if it's my own,
hmm
I'll get creative with that. I want to learn, like if there's something that I see that, oh man, I love how you did that. I'll see a video of something other. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to try that, so if it's something like True Fire or Flames,
hmm
yeah, I want to do that,
Yeah.
or if it's some kind of design, like a figure or something other, I'll get creative ideas
hmm
on a paint job or something like that. That well, I wonder if I can do this. Wonder if I can do that. If I can't do it, I'll walk away from it for a while
Uh-huh.
and then come back to it, and you'll seem to do better. That was advice that was given to me a long time ago.
Yeah, don't let it eat you.
Yeah, walk away from it,
Yeah.
and come back to it, and then it goes smoother for you.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to get a quick commercial in right quick, and we'll be back in just a minute. Y'all sit tight.
Looking to get booked to share your songs to the world? Music King LLC is a small recording studio that specializes in producing high-quality sounding projects for artists, bands, and songwriters. From demos to full-blown projects, no matter your level of experience, from beginner to the seasoned artist, we're here to help. Bring your music to life. Visit us on our website, musickingllc.com. That's musickingllc.com.
Small Town Threads in Boonville, Kentucky offers graphic design, apparel, embroidery, vinyl decals, DTF prints, and so much more. If you're a business looking to have promotional items made, a musician band trying to build your brand, Small Town Threads are the folks you need to visit. High quality items at affordable prices. You can find them on Facebook, Small Town Threads, or give them a call at 606-514-6328. All right, now we're back. Mr. Eric Johnson from London, Kentucky. Heard a couple songs already, and I'm just I'm gonna get after him and play another one.
I'll be more than glad to.
What do you got?
If I can remember it, I'm hoping I can remember all of it. 'Cause it's been a while since I played it. But well, there's two songs I can actually do, but I'll do the very first song I ever wrote.
Okay.
It's called Ridge Runner.
Ridge Runner.
Yep, it's about moonshining. That's
Mm-hmm.
what it's about. I come about writing this song. I wanted to write a song really bad. So I was just sitting around, and at my least time that I thought it would hit me, it hit me. I done had the music to it.
Mm-hmm.
I got it by goofing around on the guitar. And I thought, man, I'd make a pretty good song. I just got to know what to put with it. So I was watching The Fire Down Below,
Yeah.
Steven Seagal in it. And I've seen those parts where they show where they's in Hazard.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, well, CMT. So after that went off, it was on CMT. And this is when CMT was showing the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
Well, that came on. So I thought, And the next thing I knew, buddy, I was writing songs down, words down.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, I wonder if I could, do it like that. I just thought, just to make believe
Mm-hmm.
is all it was. And then, there's no true story about it. It's just how I got the idea to write it.
Yeah.
And so I just wrote it about this guy that was trying to make ends meet to provide for his family, doing it, on how you would see how the Dukes of Hazzard would do it,
Mm-hmm.
and just wrote about it. And that used to run in my family, believe it or not.
Yeah.
After I done a history research a little bit from tales of, what my brother told me, my sisters, and mom, and so that kind of gave me the idea to write it. So that's how that come about.
All right, cool. Ridge Runner.
Yeah. So this was called a Ridge Runner. I was making sure it's tuned right before I play it. Well, that's being stubborn. I think it's all right. We'll go with it anyway. But here we go. Messed up there a little bit.
It's all right.
This is how it starts out. His home was the hills of Kentucky, where he brewed his own moonshine. And if you caught the wind just right, you could smell something so fine. Heading down to Laurel Lake every other day, he'd sell that homemade whiskey just to earn his pay. 'Cause the times were tough and the work was slow, he did what he had to do just to take some home. 'Cause he's a ridge runner, always on the run. A ridge runner, running from the law's gun.
It's all right. That's pretty good.
Part of it anyway. I can't remember the rest of it. It's been so long since I played it. But I know it now. Anyway, it says heading back from this is actually the best part of the song, but heading back from Laurel Lake, up ahead he saw blue lights. They were flashing red and blue. He spun that old Mustang around, thinking "Catch me if you can." Pretty much short version of it.
Yeah.
But and then it goes on. He's a ridge runner, and that's pretty much how the song is. It's a short song, but it's one that very first one I ever wrote. But it's been so long since I played it, I can't even remember it all.
And you pulled the idea for that from Fire Down Below and the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yep, that's how I come up with it, and it's just hit me, And
Yeah.
I thought, that would be pretty good to go with this music, And because I was goofing around with that first part, just doing that. I was like, man, that needs to go with something to the beginning of a song.
Yeah.
And then I come up with the rest of it, and then that's how it happened.
It's songwriting's a wild thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you can take clinics and listen to this one and that one, but there's really no true process to it.
No.
It'll happen.
It'll happen when it happens.
Yeah. It may happen all at once. It may take a little while.
Yep. You are 110% correct, because it's just something that, you could be driving down the road and it hits you.
Yeah.
And you could be watching TV and it hits you. You could be working and it hits you. You could be doing anything, or doing nothing.
Yeah.
And it hits you. It's just, like you said, it's a wild process. And some of your greatest songs, have you ever heard some of these artists say, well, I was taking a shower when that song hit me, or I was riding a motorcycle. Just anything.
I'll give you a prime example for that. One of most well-known songwriters ever in the history of all of music, Hank Williams Sr.
Mm-hmm.
I Saw the Light. Supposedly, he wrote it, bowled over, throwing up on a hangover.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I said, it's a wild thing.
Yeah. It's, I mean, from a dream, like that one song. I wrote up, Making Love in the Rain. I got woke up from a dream, from rain and thunder. And I done had the music to it.
Yeah.
But like I said, I just wrote it in 5 minutes.
We wrote, not I, me and my wife. I was coming down the road, and you know, drive a school bus, sitting out there in the parking lot. It's hard to miss it, but
Yeah.
you know, I was riding down the road one day, and an idea hit me, and I had to pull over, and I sent her a text with a wild phrase, and she's like, "What?" I was like, "Lyrics, never mind."
Yeah.
I had to save them somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, before it got away from me. And it turned out to be one of our songs that I call it a hit. It ain't got no big radio play or nothing like that.
Yeah.
And I don't care about that. But when I go to a festival and my friends are there, it gets requested quite often. So that's a hit to me.
People love the song.
Yeah.
And because it touches people.
Uh-huh.
And it's something that relates in their life.
Yeah. And they just, happen.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
You know, it could be one person that loves that song. That's a hit.
It is.
It's a hit to that person.
Right.
So, like you said, it don't have to be on the radio. It's something that,
as we sit here and talk on the radio about it, you know. Yeah.
I mean, you know, if it happens, great. If not, fine too.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know, I always told everybody this. I said, look, I ain't no professional or nothing like that. I said, but you know, if I wrote songs and say I sent them in, for example, you know, and by miracle, some songwriter or some big country singer or whatever hears it and wants to record it, well, and it's already touched a bunch of people and it touched that person, and he writes it, who knows where it could go then?
Yeah.
You know,
you never know.
I wouldn't have to get out here and tour, even though I love it, you know. I'd be happy being a songwriter.
Yeah.
Because I still know that my heart and soul is going out to the world.
Yeah. So, you know, and you said you had like 13 or 15 that you've written that you play and whatnot. How many have you written and just cast aside?
Quite a bit.
Yeah. That's something that happens a lot. That people don't understand.
You'll set it aside. I'll come back to that later.
Yeah.
You know, and then you all of a sudden out of the blue, there it is. You know,
right?
You're like, hey, wait a minute, I forgot about this. You know, and I've got 2 songs, the music recorded to, that I've casted aside right now that I'm wanting. You know, one I'm wanting to put with that one song I was telling you about. I'm wanting to write, and the other one I have no idea.
Whatever happens with it, it'll happen.
Yeah, it'll happen when it happens.
That's the best you can do.
Yeah.
See, what else you got?
Well, I got one that me and my daughter co-wrote together.
Okay.
And it's called Saddest Day of My Life. I'm hoping I remember all this one, you know. But like I said, people, I'm sorry if I can't, you know, like on the song Ridge Runner. I'm sorry I forgot all of it, but
that's fine. Everybody gets it.
Yeah, it's you know, sorry, I'll be honest with you. I was nervous as could be coming here.
And it's just a natural thing, just a natural feeling.
Yeah, and you know, especially where I haven't done it in so long, you know. And I used to go in these back in the day. I used to go in these on the internet. Yahoo used to have these chat rooms. You could go in there and play music and play your own music and stuff like that. People loved it. People had a great time doing it.
Yeah,
I used to go in there and do that. And I would test my music out to see, hey, you like this? You know, just get people's ideas. And you would, one lady, like this song here, well, how this song come about was, the song's called Saddest Day of My Life. How this come about was we had a fire. You know, we went out for ice cream and came back home and our house was burning to the ground.
Oh, mercy.
And we didn't know why. You know, still to this day don't know why. said the fire was too bad; they couldn't tell.
Yeah.
And but so my daughter, while she was at Johnson Elementary School, and we just live right down the road from Johnson Elementary School, and she had this uh, storytelling time, I guess, pretty much.
Mhm.
I can't remember what grade she was in. She's between third and fifth, and I think fifth grade. And so when the teacher said, take something that's happened in your life and write a story out of it. So my daughter came home and she said, "You write music, so I need you to help me on this." And I said, "Well, what are you passionate about?" And I said, "What really upset you?" And she said, "The day we had that fire." And I
Mm.
said, "Okay." And now when you hear the title "Saddest Day of My Life," you think somebody got divorced, lost a loved one, or had a bad breakup or something like that,
Yeah.
right? Well, this ain't about that. It's about a little girl who ended up homeless for that day. Lost everything, but when they went back to the fire, there was few things that was salvageable, and that was it, like some pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And but we lost two family pets, and that really bothered her, and it bothered me too.
Yeah.
And it bothered me twice as bad as it did for her because I had to think on and draw. Okay, well, what are we going to do? I had to get us in another home quick.
Mhm.
And when you lose everything but the shirts on your back,
Yeah.
I lost my guitars, I lost everything.
Yeah.
But I worked my butt off, pushed myself forward, and didn't give up. And so when that song came about, she had to write that story. Well, we wrote it down, and as I
Mhm.
was writing it down, I thought, "Man, I could make a song," you
Yeah.
know. So I kept it right there at my computer desk. I kept it right there. I knew that would make a good song. I thought, when I come up with the music for it, I'll put these two together. So what I did is I took stuff out of that story, turned it into a song, had to come up with a chorus for it, et
Mhm.
cetera, so on and so on. And that's how that song came about. Well, the teachers, she told the teacher, she said, "My stepdad's making a song out of this." She said, "I want to hear it when he
Yeah.
gets it done." So I got it done. I recorded it, and I said, "Tell your teacher to listen to it." She was wanting to hear it, so let her listen to it. Her teacher come back to her crying.
Oh, wow.
Said it was such a moving story, song on how we took that and broke it into a song.
Mhm.
And now someday I do plan on re-recording it because listen, God bless my daughters with voices,
Yeah.
and they need to do something with it.
Yeah.
I mean, they can flat out sing way better than I ever could and ever can.
Well, that's my kids too. They're great.
Yeah, and it's amazing and they're just as passionate about music as I am.
Yeah.
But right now they got life going on, and I understand that. Trust me, I get it more than anybody. But that's what they're. Someday I plan on re-recording that song and having, like how I got the idea of doing it on how Kenny Chesney done. What's that one song? "You and Tequila Make Me Crazy." It has that woman in there where
Uh-huh.
she sings kind of high. Well, my daughter can do that,
Yeah.
and I thought about putting her in here with this song.
Yeah.
I think it would just be fitting.
Right.
Be the right thing just the way it should be. I haven't done that yet, but do I plan on doing it? Yes. I just haven't got around to it. But like I said, it's called "Saddest Day of My Life," and we'll give it a shot.
All right.
All righty.
Looking forward to it.
All righty. All right, we'll try this. I knew that one would go out tune eventually, like you said it would.
Mhm.
Hmm. Bear with me, people. I'm sorry. We'll just try right there. Still a little bit out, but okay. Bad out there. I got new strings. I just ain't never put them on. I want to take a commercial break. I'm going to fix this for a second.
All right, we'll be right back. Let him get let it get ironed out here, and we'll be right back with you. Sit tight.
Looking to get booked to share your songs to the world? Music King LLC is a small recording studio that specializes in producing high-quality sounding projects for artists, bands, and songwriters. From demos to full-blown projects, no matter your level of experience, from beginner to the seasoned artist, we're here to help. Bring your music to life. Visit us on our website, musickingllc.com. That's musickingllc.com.
Small Town Threads in Boonville, Kentucky offers graphic design, apparel, embroidery, vinyl decals, DTF prints, and so much more. If you're a business looking to have promotional items made, a musician band trying to build your brand, Small Town Threads are the folks you need to visit. High quality items at affordable prices. You can find them on Facebook, Small Town Threads, or give them a call at 606-514-6328. All right, I'm back. He's about got her now. He's getting close.
Yeah, it's getting there. Things being stubborn. Let's try this. Try that.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right, everybody. Once again, this is called Saddest Day of My Life. It was co-written with me and my daughter Two little girls gone over to the daddy's for the weekend. And on a Sunday afternoon, they got a phone call. And when he hung up the phone, he said to the girls, "That was your mama, and I gotta take you home." He took them over to their mama and papa's. And when they walked through the door, their mom began to cry. She hugged her babies tight and she said to them, "Our home caught fire and we lost all that we had." The oldest of the two girls said, as she began to cry, "Mommy, this is the saddest day of my life." I'll miss my dog Molly and my cat Miss Kitty. Molly and Sissy waiting for me to get off the bus. And Miss Kitty every morning licking on her stepdaddy's face. Hearing him get out of bed and begin to fuss. Mama, I'm sure they're in heaven, playing with Jesus in the field. But this is the saddest day of my life. sleeping in a new room. The oldest one was having herself a little dream. And when she woke up, she snuck into her mama's room, sneaking out pictures of her two best friends. She cried, Jesus, I know they're in heaven. You just showed me in my dream. But the fire will always be the saddest day of my life. Because I miss my dog Molly and my cat Miss Kitty. Molly and Sissy waiting for me to get off the bus. And Miss, I'm sorry, I gotta stop. That song gets to me.
Yeah, that's man, you can write a story. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it just, I ain't singing my best because my voice is still recovering from
Well,
basically losing it, but my guitar is acting up. But you know, it's part of live music. It's just what happens. And
I think that can kind of hit you in the feelings. There,
yeah,
too.
it did. It did. Brought back a lot of memories.
Yeah.
But it's that's what music can do to you.
Right.
And you know, even it don't have, you know, it's even the person that writes the song, and especially if it's something that's happened in their life,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard for you to push back and do that song. Now, I've done it quite a few times, but where I ain't done it in a while, it hit me, you know.
Right.
But
And there's songs that you can listen to by other artists as well. Well, they just
does the same thing, if not more.
they hit you right in the gut.
Yeah, yeah.
I get it.
It's like, you know, like what we was talking about earlier. It's just something when it hits you, buddy, and you can relate to it.
Yeah.
And like you said, it just like a gut punch from out of nowhere.
Uh-huh.
You know,
So, what are some of your goals with music?
What
would you like to do? Ask it that way.
I would love to maybe one day, you know, get a band together and come up with some of the greatest songs ever made. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's every musician's dream. That's one of mine,
Mm.
you know, and like I said, I wouldn't have to hit it big or nothing. I would just love to, and I mean, Lord knows I probably never would, you know, but I have that drive in me to try and do that, you know.
Hey, trying's where it's at.
Yeah. And I would want to make, you know, which I mean, you know, when you're out playing, you got to play songs that people know, you know, but you also want to play your own stuff to get it out there.
Right.
And so you got to find that happy medium when you can do, you know, a lot of places, like if you go play, how it used to be back when I was younger, was they want you to play these cover songs.
Yeah.
You know, play this, and then we might let you do your own stuff at the end. You know,
I've witnessed stuff like that.
I think today, from what I hear, you know, just by talking to certain people, you know, a lot of people want to hear people's stuff now.
Yeah.
It's different now than what it used to be.
People are chasing originality more now than ever.
Yeah.
Something I want to mention, kind of a plug here, but once a month here in, excuse me, sorry, here in Jackson County, and during the warm months, it's always on the square down there by the courthouse in McKee. But we have an event called Circle on the Square. It's an open jam, open for all musicians. No big eyes, no little U's. Everybody gets their turn, one song at a time. This month, it's going to be held at Clover Bottom Bed and Breakfast. You can follow the Circle on the Square Facebook page for address, time, dates, and all the events like that. But I encourage everybody to come out to Circle on the Square. It's a good time. People come together, lots of great music, and good, clean family fun. So everyone is invited to Circle on the Square.
That sounds awesome.
February 21st, Clover Bottom Bed and Breakfast, 6 p.m.
That sounds awesome. I like to try that.
Had to plug it in there. So
I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
Because that sounds real awesome. I'd love to go check that out. I plan on checking that out.
Yeah.
So,
Well, just follow it on Facebook, and you can stay up with everything on there.
okay. All right. That sounds good.
Eric, I appreciate you coming in today. We might have time for one more song here.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll see if I can conjure one up.
if you don't have one, it's all right. We can hang out for 4 minutes. It ain't no big deal.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, thank you so much for coming in today and hanging out with us. Nice to meet you.
I appreciate you having me. It's an honor being here.
Yeah.
And I'm very thankful and blessed that you allowed me to come on here. And even though I can't remember some of my stuff and get choked up over some of my stuff.
It's all right. You know, a little bit of nerves get you, and then the feelings right in there beside it. It's understandable.
It's
nobody will be sore at you over it. I
hope
promise.
not. You know, if they are, I'm very sorry. You know, but I hope someday, maybe get an invite back and I'll do a whole lot better. My voice will be better.
And you just come straight out of work too.
Yeah, I come straight here. Just
you have to go back to work. You can go home for the
I'll be
rest
going
of
back.
Huh.
I got two. I got to paint. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Auto body man.
Yep, I'm the body man instead of Batman. But yeah, I got blessed and worked for one of my best friends.
That's cool.
So
get along good, do your job, and carry on. That's good. Can't beat that.
He's one of my best friends, and we just get to, we fix stuff for car lots, individuals, just whatever needs to be done, we do it.
Yeah. One more question: if you could offer just any kind of advice to, say, a young musician or somebody with a little age on them, just wanting to get into music, what would it be?
Well, you got to find where your passion is. What do you love? What do you love? All right. Say, for example, what do you love listening to?
Uh-huh.
If it's rock, pursue it.
Yeah.
If it's country, pursue it. If it's what do they call it, R&B, etc.
Uh-huh.
What I would suggest is listen to a variety.
Yeah.
Listen to a variety, and listen to a lot of acoustic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because, when I was growing up, we had a lot of Seattle music bands hit.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a lot of stuff in acoustic, like Alice in Chains and stuff like that, And then that's when your country started changing,
Right.
And the country that come out in the late 90s, in the 90s to the late 90s to the 2000s to mid 2000s changed.
It did.
But this is what I always tell everybody. Listen to a lot of stuff like that. Listen to the depth of it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's rock and you really love it, do it. Do what you feel in your heart.
Yeah.
And what's good for your heart and soul. That'd be my best advice.
Good advice. Eric, again, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you.
I thank you.
Maybe you'll come out and kick it with us on Circle on the
I
Square.
I sure will.
Bring the wife and the kids or grandkids, whatever. Bring them all.
I promise you I will.
All right. Folks, again, we thank Mr. Eric Johnson for coming in from London, Kentucky today. Just remember, folks, you can't go wrong with Homegrown. We'll catch you on the next round.
You said I'd be Johnny and you'd be Joan, and I